Hi everybody, Andre here from fxSSS.net. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're bagging some pups, making some profits, going into the shark funds, questioning the number one, the sniper, the blood in the water entry, and so on. Before our signals come over to you, depending on the time that you're watching this video, right? Today's video, I just want to talk about something that a lot of people, there's this constant back and forth all the time about repainting indicators and semaphores, right? It's notorious for repainting, and uh, and I keep emphasizing to a lot of people, it doesn't repaint; it readjusts itself to the market situation. Repaint would be, I don't know, painting yellow to pink or something, right? It adjusts itself to the market situation, but we use it as a point of confluence to confirm a peak formation high, a peak formation low, or a retracement, right? And confluence means that we're using it alongside another indicator that's giving the same indication of a similar intention, right? So when you get a peak formation high and it's in the supply zone, then we know this is good, It's not solid, nothing is solid, but this is good. If you get a peak formation low in a demand zone or a support area, then you say, this is good, or in an order block or something of that nature. So we're just going to I'm going to show you how I use peak formations or semaphores in top-down analysis, and then you make a decision from that whether or not it's something that you should be aware of, but you are going to get an indication through the signals that a semaphore has taken place. Thus, a possible change in the structure of the market, right? Change of character, as Wyckoff would call it, and we're into a trend or we're into a reversal, right? Something like that. So let's have a look. Let's jump over the charts, have a look. Okay, on the charts here, we have a Euro USD on top here. As you can see, Euro USD 15 minutes, and we have Euro USD 1 hour. Okay, so same day, yeah, 15 minutes, 1 hour, right? This is my PTMM template. I don't need all those other things. I don't even use the stop on box. But I just put it up for some familiarity with you guys. You can say, oh yeah, okay, there's Asian midline, Asian box, etc., and so on. And notice the respect for the top of the box, eh? Notice that. Okay, straight away, the first thing, in the last video, we spoke about market manipulation, and we spoke about the market makers' expectancies on you. And on you is he relies on you. He has certain expectations from you that you're going to rely on the Fibonacci 61.8, or you're going to be totally surprised when something different happens in the market. You don't know how to react to it. And this has happened here, right? Railroad tracks, and this is where Frankfurt opened, and that's where London opened, right? So according to Huddleston, this could be turtle soup or that could be turtle soup, but this is London open stop on taking place, and it goes nowhere near the stop on box, by the way. Stop on box is not even to be seen on the charts here. Look at it. So the reason for those stop on boxes being there, I don't bother with it. And sometimes when like Steve, he says they'll aim for that stop on box 50 pips, maybe on something that has a bigger ADR range, but Euro USD doesn't have a big ADR range, right? You can see here at the bottom here, the stop on box only came into play after New York opened here, right? But you can see it here. That's very same box as this box here. So with Euro USD having such a low ADR range, we can check that out quickly. You check your ADR range, just put your 1 day box on, go top to bottom, and the ADR range for the day, right, was 37 pips. It ran 37 pips. 37 pips is $370, right? So top down analysis, that's where we're at. The switch is off. That's where we're at, right? We want to know top-down analysis. First thing, we want to know where we are in the market. So when you switch your charts on, you should ask where you are and where's the money, right? Where is the money? And the money is always in the areas of interest or pockets or pools of liquidity. And if it's not there, it's going to be created. It's going to be engineered. And it's engineered by means of stop hunt, Judas trail, turtle soup, pattern formation, 61.8. There's many, many ways of engineering liquidity. It's to induce you into an area or into a belief that the market's moving in a certain direction. And you go along with that belief, and then you get trapped, and eventually you're going to have to surrender by means of forfeiting your trade with a stop loss, right? Actually getting stopped out, or just calling it quits and closing the trade without making any profit, which is just as good as being engaged in a stop loss, right? So, top-down analysis, right? I look here, I close my Sonics quickly, this is a 1 hour, and I just minimize this, see where we are, right? And I put on my 1 days, or my box. You can put on your box or your 1 day candle, up to you, right? Only difference between the box and the candle is the candle gives you the wicks, okay? The box does not do that, as you can see, okay? So it's, for the sake of simplicity, just make it a box, because we want to see now. And we want to know, now we're in this area in the market, where are we? And we go top to bottom and we see, wow, the big boy stepped out too, and there's there, right? So for me, this is the end of the run. There may be a range taking place here and then a swing to the top, right? If you know Wyckoff, you can understand what's going on here, but you don't need to know Wyckoff, because you can also see Steve's 3 levels take place here. 1, 2, or somewhere 1, 2, 3, right? Something like that. And you know that other ZZ line I had, you'll see the one moving from there to there. So we know right now, from there, it's on its way up. Possibly. Nothing's definite. Right? So let's just make that big again, and I'm happy with that. Try and normalize it. Normalize it. Right? And let's say we're at this point here. Frankfurt opened, right? And something happened, went to the top. London, it's 10 o'clock, my time. Come on, dude. Right? There's there. It's a 15-minute chart, so that's 10 to 10:15. There's your stop on. There's your spike to the top. Boom, stop on. Engulfing and all the way down. And when it's down there, spike to the top to take out stop losses of those guys that were going down, engaged in a stop hunt, thinking that they're going to go and run it till the end with a stop hunt, a trailing stop or something, and they get taken out. Comes to the bottom, gets to that point, right? It spikes. There's an order block here, by the way, right? Spikes to the bottom and then moves on his way up. And just sitting back looking at this, I can see M very nicely. Yeah, I can see it, right? And our whole intention is, well, how would these semaphores help me, right? How would they help me? These ZZ semaphores that are notorious for repainting, they are not something to be traded off. And once again, I'm going to repeat is that you're going to have to go and watch this Throw video on YouTube, the rumpled one, and he explains the process of a semaphore, what it does. It will reverse, right? A breakout's always do end up in a reversal or retracement, and but you have to continuously go in one up to see whether or not the semaphore appears on the candle above, in the time frame above the current time frame. So if you see a semaphore on 15 and you want to know if it's going to reverse, go up one time frame, which is a 30-minute. If there's a semaphore there, then go up to a 1 hour and see if there's a semaphore on that very last candle. If there's no semaphore, then go down one candle where the semaphore was on the 30-minute, and in the next time frame, when that 30-minute candle closes, then it will reverse. And I've seen this happen, right? So it takes a trained eye and trained eye, and keep this in mind all the time at the back of your mind to remember about semaphores. So we give you a signal of a semaphore and we say to you, peak formation, possible peak formation high, possible peak formation low, careful reversal, and so on. And there's a change in the structure of the market. Okay? And with that, you should start getting away to either get out of a trade, right? If you're going in the opposite direction, or you should get ready to close a trade or something of that nature. These semaphores are mere signals to you to make you aware of the fact that there's a change coming in the market structure. So let's put the semaphores in here. Let's see what it does for us here. Now, semaphores for me only make sense on 1 hour, 4 hour charts, right? 15-minute chart, they help with certain things, and I'm going to show you right now if possible. Yeah, I can see something here. I can see actually a triple bottom, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, and there's your right triple bottom, jump to the top, right? And then maybe there's a MD and there's a jump to the top. So that's how they help me, right? You get a notification here on this blue candle that semaphore took place, because it may repaint. So if I tell you on that candle is a semaphore, you're going to go and sit there, and then it jumps there, you're going to get another signal and another signal. It's not going to help you getting these signals that just don't matter. This signal may come too late here for many. You'll get this semaphore signal up there, right? But remember, you in the market open. The market, when the market opens, it moves so fast that to get 15-minute signals, they are not trade signals. 15 minutes for me are basically good exit signals. I always look at 1 hour, 4 hour, and I do a top-down analysis. Here we're concerning ourselves simply with what do semaphores do, and here it is during the market. I mean, between these two time zones, there's 4 semaphores here. You know, do you really expect to get a trade out of this here? If I switch on these here, which I'm going to do now, and then you can see the significance of a semaphore on a 1 hour chart. So before we go, remember I put the 81 up here, and you've seen on its way down, it's ranging. It may spike to the bottom and go up again, right? The 1223, the 1221 that Steve talks about, 122, something, whatever, it may happen here, right? So I put a 36 on, and I can see now, yeah, these here are just retracements, reversals. This here is a retracement, and it's on its way down, right? After that big circle, another blue will come here, and then it may head up. Not may, it will, right? Not will immediately, but it will head up. And remember, there's still this order block down here, which is an area of interest to the market maker. So I can see now better, right? That for me now says this is peak formation low. At that time, this may say this is peak formation high, right? And when this thing appeared, it didn't disappear now and be replaced by this one. It stayed there, because we're looking at a range within a range. This is a 36 range within the 81 range. We're looking at this range here. It may appear there's a D, but this is not important to me on a 15-minute box chart. It's more important down here. It's been hidden here. You can see it's hiding behind here. There's a D, which is this one. Where is it? It's actually a day before. There, somewhere there. You put an 81 up. There's a D. That one there is this one here. Right, so if another one of these that appear there on a 1 hour, then I'll say that's the end of that run. I'm going to start looking for it to go down now. Now I'm looking just for it to go up because of the box being shown here on a 1 hour. Notice this now, right? Take us out. The 81s don't come into play that often. They just say that's the end of the run for me, like I showed you here with the 3 levels. Okay, if I put this up, this here, guys, are those 3D, right? And this is confluence, right? And it says to me peak formation low now, D, and now it's on its way up, especially based on the fact that we had that square behind it or below it. It was actually, the square was below it, because if this was lower than that square, then this would be the square semaphore, right? So we at peak formation low right now. Right now we at peak formation low there. Now we're on our way up. And this year, this two will appear more or less at the same time. This being around about 1 o'clock, this being around about 1 o'clock also. We can just check it out quickly. I'm just looking here, 12:30. Oh man, dude. Right there, 1:30 to 2 o'clock. And this here is a 1 o'clock candle, which will go into 2 o'clock. So there you go. There's your confluence, right? That is how I look. And then my last point of confluence or confirmation. Remember now, I'm a 1 hour trader, 4 hour trader. Got time to make an analysis, especially if I'm going after $300, which is around about 4,500 rand here by me in South Africa. So I'm going to not take my time, but I'm going to be more accurate in my analysis. Try to get really to that. And should I trade now off this year? Remember, I don't engage in market breakouts and all of that, stop-ons and that. So I'm going to wait for this to happen. Wait for peak formation low. These guys, like I said, on Telegram and on all those little channels that says, I'm just waiting for it patiently now, for it to do whatever. And I'm like, get yourself a signal. You know, even if you don't have our signals, do push notification, write something more, do something. Here's my last confluence. So I'm on a 1 hour chart and I put in maybe a supply and demand, and I can say, yeah, there's it definitely. That semaphore is in a supply zone. Is it in the support? Yeah, it's there also. And I'm clear. It's hit the zone there, right? Came out, break, retest, boom, off. Right, you learn about break and retest. We also have signals for break and retest, support and resistance. We haven't yet gotten into that. We still want to do our PTMM things. So there's a support and resistance as well as a supply and demand, eh? Right, break and retest. You go look at a 15-minute, and remember I designed this that when it touches it, it breaks it. So there's that zone and that confirms, right? And there's another zone there. But this is 15 minutes. I don't really concern myself more. I'm more like look at 4 hours, because I'm told institutions look at 4-hour graphics, so to say. So I see touch, break, and off, and away you go. And it's not sitting here in a 15-minute in a supply zone. But this is not my confluence really. It's more yeah. This is my confluence. Now it's going to do something, and it's looking for something up here. I need to know what it is. But before I went there, ICT says don't trade this way all the way to the top, go halfway. And let's just look at our pips now, and then we'll end up with the day. Close that up. This is my confluence, and I even have a yippee, another confluence with support and resistance, right? Break, retest up, right? And I'm going to enter somewhere here. We can put our signals and see what we're going to get, right? But let's just look at these pips quickly. Potential pips. That's 24 pips on a Euro USD, which is good. It's good. So I'll take that trade. These are trades I'll take, but let's see. Let's close these semaphores up. Just remember this day, that day, that day is this here. Right? And these semaphores actually pointed out a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Up. There's a nice trade there. We will list 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Up. Right? Semaphores. Nice. Euro got a notification up here. And if you have to go all the way up there, I'm sure that's also something like 20 pips or so. Euro got the notification somewhere there. Yeah, 20 something pips. Let's just say 20 pips. $200. Why not? $200 a day. Yeah, that's good money. Right, let's put the signals in. See what they say. Right, and I'm trading here. So I get a semaphore notification. Let's take these things out. And I'm like, yeah, now this is good. Then I get a sniper. Right, then I get MBLs, and then I get a reversal probably, and there's a reversal happening, right? But I'm trading down here, and this is top-down analysis for me, which means that that's still good for me, depending on what the TDI is going to tell me. But and longevity, remember longevity also. So let's just put the signal in here, and it's hiding behind here. So let's do that. There's a 4, which notifies me that semaphore, right? And there's a 3, there's a shark fin. So let's just say midpoint to midpoint. Maybe we'll get 20. Shark fin to shark. Yeah, well 10, right? But a top-down analysis here would be much better for me. That's when I get into the trade. This is confirmation that it's a good trade. Getting into the trade would mean going to this area here, right? The last point of interest would be the following, and what I'm going to do is, while guys are there that trade 5 minutes, I want you guys to get away from us. I just want you to see the chaos that goes on now and try and convince you. No, don't do that. Okay, this is now the same day, and let's do this. Right, it's that's the only good one really. But you're gonna get it there. It just doesn't make sense. Where's London Open? There's a 5-minute candle, eh? Look at that. London Open. 5-minute candle. There's a 5-minute, right? Easily 5 minutes. 5 minutes. This thing just down. London Open right there. And then he played around and then it shot up. Right? Chillax. Go 15 minutes, 1 hour. You know you're going to get signals. You know it by now. You really do. But look at this. Madness all over the show. Really, that's why I didn't even get into wanting to bring 5 minutes into play. We were going to give 5 minutes away for free. But you know what that 5 minutes would have done? It would have made you not trust me at all. You would have said, Andre is full of BS. I'm getting in and I'm crashing and burning all the time. This is not good. And I'm like, that's why I'm not going to give it out, because I know it does not give good signals. Even if I put the 4s in here, look at that. Between it is a retracement. This is your retracement. I can put a 4 in here, it would make sense. Right? From there to there is a retracement. Right? And then on its way up again, and there's a retracement, and on its way up again, and then on its way up there's a retracement, and then it's on its way up, and now it's going down, right? There's your retracement, right? Your breather, higher, low, high, right? Higher, right? So I don't even worry with those, right? So we just 936 and 81 for. Are you finished? Are you done? That's what you do. All right. The very last thing is in the prior video, and I don't even know if I mentioned it in the beginning of this video, but the whole important thing here is to train your eyes to look at candlesticks and what are they doing, right? What are they doing? Now, and 5 minutes, you're going to get like it's going to be like those cartoons, just too much going on. If you take this is like the classic movies, Titanic and Lord of the Rings and that type of thing, slow, smooth, makes sense. You know, yeah, I can see what you're doing. You went up, you spiked, you came down. Why did you spike? You know what I mean? Look at that spike, right? It went down. I can tell you the story here, and then you can see it right here. That is somewhere here. Yeah, this is down. Then it ranged, and then it shot up, came down, shot up again. So it's taking out all your stop losses here. And then it ranges, and then it pretends, I don't know, it's going down and goes up. But 5 minutes is not going to tell you much. It may reveal something, but you can't trade off 5 minutes. Can't. Right. So you guys, I hope you enjoy that. I hope you can see the sense I'm trying to make here. That these semaphores are merely indicators that something is happening. So beware. Beware of a change. Right? They're not something to trade off, but you do have confluences, and there's mine. I find a semaphore in a supply zone or resistance zone, I'm happy. I'm really happy. There's another, probably a semaphore there. Let's see. Yeah, there's one there. And I'll trade that thing down. Smack bang on the supply, right? They get out. Oh, sorry. This is a 1 hour supply zone. This is a 4 hour supply zone, right? You'll have to, when we graduate, that will be explained to you. And further confluence, it's also in a support zone. What more do I want? Here's my pups. Right. You guys have a good day. Stay strong, stay loved, stay blessed. Support one another. Be there for one another. Wear your mask. Obey. But stay strong, most importantly. Have a good day, guys. Cheers.